Hi guys, it's Siri and welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for clicking into my video today. I hope you enjoy my video and subscribe if this is your first time of seeing my face and you like content relating to Vietnam, living in Hanoi and stuff like that. So yeah, recently Carson and I went to Cat Ba. As you guys know, it's a beautiful island here in Vietnam, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a cost breakdown of how much that trip was. As you know, this is something that I started doing recently on my channel. If we travel, telling you guys about how much we spend, so it can give you guys like a little bit of an idea of how much it might cost you to travel around Vietnam if you ever decide to visit, which you should, by the way. So yeah, no more talking, let's just jump right straight into the video. So I'm gonna be saying these prices in Vietnamese dong, but I'm gonna put the equivalent in USD, American dollars, on the screen. So yeah, if I'm looking at on my phone, it's because I have all my things written down here, so excuse me. So yeah, first things first is transportation. So we took a bus from Hanoi to Haiphong, and from Haiphong we took a ferry from Haiphong to Cat Ba Island. All of this, the ferry ride and everything, was included in the trip, and in total what it cost us to travel from here to Cat Ba and from Cat Ba back, these prices are for two people, by the way. In total it cost us 1,220,000 Vietnamese dong. That was how much it cost us for like transportation to and fro from Hanoi to Cat Ba and Cat Ba back here. Next thing is hotel. Obviously when you're traveling you have to book a place to stay, whether it's a hotel or an Airbnb, whatever it is, accommodation. So we booked our hotel. It's called Sunflower Hotel. We booked it off booking.com. That's just where I like to go. I've always used booking.com since I was in Korea, so I just stuck to it. It's never failed me. I've never got into a place and they're like, oh sorry, we can't see your booking. No, I'm not trying to jinx myself here. But yeah, so the hotel, we stayed for 3 nights. We were there for 3 nights and that cost us 2.5 million Vietnamese dong. That was how much it cost us to stay at the hotel for 3 nights. So the next thing, as per always, is a motorbike to get around. Like if you're in Vietnam, it's like almost inevitable to want to get a motorbike because it's so fun and it just makes it easy to get around. And so we rented a motorbike, and for the 3 days that we were there, we spent, it cost us 400k for those 3 days. Actually the guy ripped us off because we met other of our friends out there that rented for cheap. So you know, maybe don't just go to the first person, like shop around the motorbike rental places to see who is going to give you like the lowest rate. But I think 400k for 3 days is not as bad as I'm making it seem to be. But yeah, we paid 400k for that for 3 days. So the next thing you spend on when you're traveling is definitely your food and your drinks. So like I said, we were there for 3 days and our hotel came with breakfast, so we didn't have to spend money on breakfast, and best believe we ate breakfast there those 3 days, and the breakfast was really good. It was quite good. So the only thing we spent money on was obviously like our lunch and our dinner and the cocktails that we'd have here and there because we're on holiday. Why not? So for the 3 days that we were there, we spent a total of 1,130,190 Vietnamese dong between 2 people for food, which I think is amazing. By the way, so far I'm putting these prices, it's equivalent in USD on the screen, so you obviously have an idea. For 2 people for 3 days, I think that's a really good price for food when you're traveling, especially in touristy spots. Food's already more expensive than usual in a tourist kind of area, so I think it's a really fair price for 2 people. So while we were at Cat Ba, obviously we had to do a lot of touristy things. So we went kayaking, which was so fun. Oh my god, if you're ever in Cat Ba, you should definitely go kayaking. It was amazing. I had such a good time. It was such a beautiful day to do that. We also went to the cave hospital, which is actually also very cool. I think those were like the most 2 touristy things we did. And then we also went to watch the sunset at this viewpoint, and the security guard there was like, you have to pay to get in, which I think he was just trying to get money off us, but that's okay, we paid anyway. So for like all the touristy kind of related stuff that we did, for the 2 of us in total we spent 1,080,000 Vietnamese dong. That was how much we spent to do like touristy stuff around Cat Ba area. So the last random thing that we did and spent money on was to rent a bicycle. If you guys know me, I love riding my little bicycles, and it's like kind of like a rite of passage to me. Now anywhere I go, if I can rent like a bicycle to just go around town, I would. So on our last night there, around sunset time, Carson and I went to like this place where you can rent a bicycle, and we just rented and we just rode around. It's always a different vibe riding around the town on a bicycle and riding on a motorbike. It's so much of a different vibe, and I love both vibes. But yeah, so we rented a bike, 2 of us, for like 50k per person, so 100k each, and that was, I think, everything we spent money on, because I made sure to track everything because I wanted to make this video. And in total for 3 days, 3 full days that we were there in Katba and everything that we did, we spent a total of 6.5 million VND, and that equates to 280 US dollars, which I think for 2 people is a great price if you ask me. And again, keep in mind we traveled during a holiday season, so the thing we spent the most money on, which was accommodation, would have been cheaper if it was not holiday season, but even though it was still a really good price. So yeah, that is how much we spent on our trip to Katba. I hope you guys find these videos informative, gives you guys an idea of how much to your budget if you're planning to come to visit Hanoi. Yeah, it's very cheap to really travel around this country. Honestly, you can find way cheaper accommodation. Honestly, it depends on like what kind of holiday you're going for. If you're going for like the most budget holiday ever, you would find it here. If you're also going for like the most luxury holiday ever, you find it. If you're looking for something in the middle, which is where Carson and I like to stay, somewhere in the middle where it's not like a struggle holiday but it's not like a super expensive holiday, you can also find it there, find it here. But yeah, that is it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm also going to put the links to the online platform I used to book our bus, and also the name of the hotel where we lived at if you were interested in staying there. I'm going to put that in the description box. But if you have any other question pertaining our trip to Katba, feel free to ask me in the description, in the comment section below. I would answer your questions. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.